Simon Lorenzi, again, his first finals. And Cody, we were saying how Simon Lorenzi just had one of those mornings today. Beginning of the morning for the semi-final, it was quite cold. It was like 18 degrees. And then by the end of the afternoon, it was pretty hot. Again, that's tricky for setters because, I mean, that's a vast range of conditions. All right, well, we get one last look at Boulder 1. So, Cody, for people who might have missed it, once more time, chat me through this.
Yeah, face out press, face the audience, if you will. Fairly physical, but like low and slow power, if you will. And then you dynamically press up into that upper purple hold there in the overhang. From there, as you're still facing out, you match, creep your right hand, your left hand over to the zone, pop off that right foot, and then go for a ride on over to that cheetah jug. Super, super electric.
So Sorato is on, faces the audience, like he said, presses upwards, and he gets underway into this box. So Sorato stands into the press, and then creep the left hand over. So far, so planned.
Yeah, so far, so good.
Huge jump, look at that, the Superman holds it with the right, but now he has to do this mantle move off that dual tech surface. Pressing up.
Looking real good, looking real strong.
Easy match for him.
Wonderful.
And that top, oh look, he's having a bit of showboating. Hachiochi, so it's good to see him back in a finals position after a bit of a break.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see what he does here.
So Jongwon into the box. Slightly less comfortable than Sorato was.
Oh.
And that will be the starting position. He gets stood up.
He's eyeing it down.
He really is. Falls up. I could feel the abs. I could feel the core tighten there.
Yeah, and lots of lower back as well through there to keep that tension through that steep zone.
Now a swing and a jump for Jongwon. Watch as he goes sideways. Catches the swing with one arm. And now foot on the zone hold, and it's a press up.
Let's see how he manages this here. He's a little bit bigger than Sorato.
Up with the toe.
Looking good, here. Looking good.
Looks comfortable, makes the top. Jongwon.
Trying a different method here. Very interesting. Let's see how he performs.
Yeah, if he managed to get gold, that would be a national record for Belgium.
Oh,
it's in the audience. So it's interesting that he gave that a go.
And it's fair because every little bit of effort counts. Oh, and look at that shoulder stability. He just saved that. That was incredible. Super, super impressive there by Nicolas.
Yeah, so he presses into the top, latches onto the zone with the left hand, and now brings the right foot up, and a big swing and a catch. Look at the scorpion of his feet. Really cool to see. I tell you what, I reckon, and I can see most of the photographers gathering on the left of the wall to get that moment.
They're trying a little bit different method here with the heel hook high.
Harder rock over, it looks like.
A little bit. I think he's going to manage. There's a lot of space there in between the wall.
Well, he's got one hand on the final hold. Now two. It's another top, but in 2 attempts because of that initial slip. Really good to watch him, and he's got that French flow that they seem to have.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a very, very good climber, very knowledgeable. Again, just has like experience, you know, almost greater than his years. You know, very, very good athlete at all styles.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is young, 22, which is considered quite old. When you consider Sorato is like 16, 22 seems ancient. Oh, but he misses the jump.
Drops that and less towards the jug. And I think that's what cost him that drop there.
Was there an element of commitment with that as well? Because he seemed to have the jug pretty good, but almost let go, like not wanting to commit to the full swing.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a full value move when you're in that position, and you're looking at 3,000 plus people in the mountains. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Well, second time it is full commitment from Sam. Wraps the right hand around, and this is interesting. So he's going to rest and chalk up here and figure out the mantle.
Maybe a little lead practice for tomorrow.
Yes, possibly so. All right, so he's got the right hand. He's now. This is looking awkward. Gets a high heel up, starts the rock. But can't make it work. And although it is a big jug, he doesn't want to be up there forever. Still tiring.
He's a fairly good lead athlete, so I think, you know, having that position to recover will allow a little bit of this trial and error for him, which will be probably a saving grace here for the men's top.
Yeah, he's got a knee involved on the left, pressing into the wall. He sees the final hold, brings the right foot up, makes it work, and that's Sam in 2. Looks for the top of those long legs. Could be hard for him.
It's a different feeling when you're bigger in those smaller boxes. Even through this beginning section here, just you can see like the length of his hip to his knee and his knee to his foot. There's just a lot more length there, and it's hard to explode up. But I mean, he's just such a good athlete, right? Like, he knows his body better than anybody. He can work through these situations.
All right, here's the jump. Holds that nicely, but this is the move that he might struggle on. Not so far, but you never know.
Looking good. If he can switch that right palm, and there it is, right there. Now he's in it.
Simple work from Meichi. He's not even on the jug, doesn't need it. To backstage and tell him. Oh, look,
here we go.
So Simon, he has to work it out for himself.
It's so interesting, and it cost him an attempt, just like his teammate.
So route reading, super important for the athletes. And looking a little awkward as he works the feet out. Now he's going to get stood up. Oh no, still not.
That's pretty uncomfortable there for your knee. Your right knee, it turns in a funky position. You really have to drive off that. You can see him struggling a little bit. Lots of core. Oh, just...
You know, everyone else has cruised this, and Simon might get it done this time, but, you know, the slightest mistake, the slightest knee angle, and it can turn a boulder from possible to impossible, as we've just seen.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of climbing, right?
And the frustration as well.
Absolutely.
And he is still having a bit of a time on this first move.
Now, we did investigate this this methodology. I think it is possible, but extremely difficult. You can see there he's almost maxed out.
Boulder, and he knows everyone else sent it super quick, so he must be thinking, I'm doing something fundamentally wrong here, which is hard for him to get his head around. So now he's going back to the original with that knee.
Yeah, absolutely. So if he can press a little bit more, not on his toe, but through the center of his foot, there it is, right? Oh! Just dropping it too soon. So he has to actually, it's a counterintuitive because you feel the wall actually on your mid-back, and that feels like it's kicking you out, but you have to maintain that pressure vertically up, and it seems like you're gonna like knock your head into the wall almost. But you need to maintain that trajectory to really get all of the force driving through your shoulder to stop.
All right, so that is our leaderboard. 5 out of 6 have sent the boulder. 3 flashes in the top. Sam Avezou, Nicolas Collin and Simon Lorenzi at the bottom of the leaderboard so far.
I'm coming up from junior at the minute, so I'm kind of doing a crossover junior-senior season, mainly focusing on the European comps.
Awesome, and it's lovely to have you here in the commentary box with me. Young athlete and hopefully a big career to come. And this boulder, Louise, what did you think of this thing? Looks pretty physical to me.
Well, I think this block maybe looks like the most physical boulder of the round. The slopers on it look so bad, so it's probably a good thing that it's a bit cooler tonight. But he has been in so many rounds this season that he's probably feeling a bit more confident in this.
Absolutely right. Into the dish, matches, and he's going to look.
Wow. The strength.
Yeah, but a slip on the feet. He's having to commit fully to smearing on the wall.
Yeah. If Brooke Rabbiter was here, she would just get in those bolt holes.
It's very true. We saw Natalie trying that last night. Right, left foot on the jib, and now it's a pop over to the left. Not the greatest of right hands, but Sorato does it semi-stat. Seems to be caught in the middle of a dynamic and a static way.
I think it's increased so much. Yeah, it's hard.
So Sorato pulls on again. Bumps those hands.
Come on.
And it's quite good, I guess, with that zone.
Yeah, we'll just see where they need to reach to, which does mean that if they go dynamically, it is a bigger risk.
All right, so Sorato goes again. Bumps his hands over the dish.
Hits it this time.
And then this was a smear that scared us. I hadn't noticed that pinch before, so he's got his right thumb pressed into a jib. And now he is going for a more dynamic top.
Yes. Very well executed.
So,
especially at the minute when a lot of the guys have top boulder won, it could come down to attempts, so they do want to be careful.
yeah, it's a good point, and very, very important that he gets this done quickly. If he can flash it, it would help the score. Let's see, but in around the corner.
Different method.
Yeah, he's starting to swing.
Yeah, when I read this boulder, I did think it.
And remember, as Cody said, things start to ramp up from Boulder 1. So although we saw quite a few tops, from now onwards things get tougher, and already we're seeing a bit more fight, a bit more struggle.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a good hold.
No, he touched it, maybe wanting to use it, but I think they're going through. All right, Jongwon is out. Different method, kicks the right foot through. And he's wanting to do it a bit more statically, isn't he? But starts to swing. Jongwon pulls on. Once more, he's probably got one more go on this, maybe two if he's quick. All right, let's watch his right hand, and although he hit it...
He must have missed it. I really want him to top this boulder because it does match his K-tape.
It's true, yeah, matching that. Yeah, that K-tape there, probably for injury.
Warm up tomorrow opens in 10 hours, so it's for their skin more than anything. I hope it's okay.
All right, Nicolas is trying something pretty
crazy.
Wild, isn't he?
Oh. Come on. Let's see what Sam Avezou can do. Is he going for the toe hook? No.
I think he thought about it.
Yeah, it did look like it.
To the starting hold, so I guess naturally you touch the chalk. But yeah, you're right, because look there, he's pinching it. Like a side pull almost.
Yeah, almost. Oh, he's gone for the cross through. Oh, so strong.
Seconds, it's just going to be enough time really to get the zone hold.
Come on, Sam. He looks so strong, but can do it.
Oh, he bumped the hand. Kicks off a bit with the wall. Went for the, he might have just been waiting to come on quickly, and then everyone else has taken their full 4 minutes.
Let's see which method he goes for. Oh, nice. Wow. Come on. Oh. Won't rely on the friction in case they do have tape on.
Meichi going again. Do you have any skin farming techniques? Meichi pulling on again underneath, up to the sloper.
Come on.
Using that left toe, scrubbing against the walls, clever to get himself sort of established, but heart out for these athletes. Chloe, part of Team Belgium, and always super supportive.
Come on.
Powerful lock off and a bump.
It looked good though.
Makes it look like it isn't taking any effort, but it's full on. Even that alone, that one armor. And you can see it's... Oh
no, come on.
10 seconds to get the zone. Oh. No, it's not going to work. So, just Sorato. Well, Boulder number 3, something totally different. We're going slabby now. So, Cody, one more time, talk me through this.
Yeah, sure. So, dynamic start, kind of run, kick into the wall, and then palm press into that starting position. And then from there, kind of technical climbing. Your left foot is going to go around to that second volume, and there's like a jib that's blocked, you can see there, to the right side of the zone. And then you're going to actually do a 180. Right foot to the zone, the 11 o'clock position. So you really have to get up in there. There he is, right there.
Straight in with the thumb as well, pressing. And then remember to bring the left hand down.
Absolutely.
And now this move, this is the twisty move.
Correct, and it's completely blind. Like, you cannot see that foot. You can just see him feeling, and he's just trying to feel with his toe. There's nothing else. There's no way he can know if he's on that foot perfectly, other than by that feeling in the shoe. So he gets stood up here.
So is this where you'd spin?
Yep, left shoulder into the wall, if he's gonna do the method that we anticipated. Now, anything can happen. And there it goes, yep, so he's feeling this. It's
like
so delicate.
Instinct, because This is an unnatural thing to do, but he has worked it out, and now he's going to stand like a ballerina on one leg and dance his way down towards the blind jib, which is especially mean, Cody. Why did you do that? But he's in.
The jib's meant to help, Matt. It actually does help with quite a bit. So he's chilling right now. Let's see how he manages the zone here.
And it's another rotation back.
Interesting, interesting.
Can't see it, and just all stood on one leg with no handholds, back against the wall, literally.
So cool that Sorato's in a position right now where if he just tops this boulder, he gets gold.
I hadn't even noticed that. We've gone so quickly.
Yeah.
So Sorato, this could be, and it would be his first gold. Feet down, gentle, gentle from Sorato. But no!
The hips just came out. Math, I think he just wants the top.
Well, the athletes do get to see the scores between boulders, so he might have an idea, but I don't think he'll really care at this point. He just wants to get this done. So that's not a shake, that's him feeling out the hole. And he almost like works his foot deeper into it.
You need to, yeah, and actually smaller foot would really help in this situation.
Yeah, because you blocked it.
Absolutely, yep. So the trauma continues. Not just you, but the pads themselves.
Terrible,
terrible. That's pretty bad. All right, no more of that.
Yeah, but you are right. It's hard to spring that last jump. Now, will Jongwon read this? He's trying to fit the left foot in.
It's so sneaky, it's so finicky, and when you get it right, I'll be honest, you don't feel like you have it right. It just feels just very improbable, and you're trusting so much of this blocked foot that you just have to go with it sometimes. Looks like he's trying to sneak a heel in. Really, really cool.
Talk about trusting it.
Really, I mean,
if he breathes, that heel's falling off. He's got to be so delicate.
Wow.
And he crosses through. I bet you didn't. Did you try that?
No, I mean, we tried it, but we didn't succeed. And out of move actually too is really enjoyable as well. So hopefully we can see someone do that here soon.
So left foot on.
And what a party is going on here in Innsbruck. The music is nuts. People are crazy.
And he commits to the heel again. Face. Oh, he squats right. This is. So he's trying to crimp the top of the volume here.
There's like bolt hole, screw hole crimping, right? The physical cost there is tremendous, but at the reduced risk, and that's just part of the strategy.
And sometimes it pays off, and we see those amazing moments like you were talking about. Jongwon is trying everything as a toe in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure where he'd go once he'd have it in, but why not try?
Yeah, for sure. And this is like what I talk about a lot of, just like the climber expressing themselves in the wall. And, we've set up a situation, and it's up to them to figure out their way through it.
So again, he tries to use the top of the wall, gradually working his way around, but 3 seconds. Look at that! Just one finger. Go, considering they can crimp a screw. It's just interesting.
Absolutely. And Nicolas here making the start move after 2 attempts. Eyeing that zone hold before he even has that foot.
He looks pretty secure on that. He's going to try to bring that right foot to match into the flat volume.
Yeah, so that start hold is fairly good, and then with the volumes, like changing that angle, so that wall angle is at like -2, -3 degrees. So with the volumes there, like they're pretty positive to stand on, but again, it's completely blind. So like you need that stable position to really find that foot and then make this motion up. He's really struggling here, finds it.
And he's stood up now, but he's looking down, and to do a foot match on here, it's funny.
You being able to read those situations will help secure your success moving forward.
All right, he pulls on once more. Left foot in, bumps the right down onto that big patch of chalk on the right volume. makes that look a lot easier that time once he figured it out. Look at the vein standing out his left leg. It shows how much pressure he's putting through.
So much pressure and weight going through just your big toe. There's nothing else there. It's just the outside of your big toe. And yeah, the smaller the feet you have, actually, the better this feels. Maybe that's a little reason why Sorato had just a little bit easier time, but also Sorato read the move a little bit quicker with the left shoulder in, and so far no one else has really advocated for themselves for that. Let my thought simmer for a minute. Let's watch Nicolas Collin here, probably his last attempt.
Yeah, this could be it. 30 seconds to go. He's going to try something different, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully not. This is seemingly the way.
All right, so he stood, holds it, 20 seconds. The zone hold right there.
So you got to turn that left shoulder. There it is. There it is.
Oh, look at this. It was almost like you could see the realization dawning on him as he faced the camera.
Or the press. And, you know, sometimes that's the game. That's the game we play.
Yeah, didn't balance himself out that time, but having to try certain things. All right, so out with the left for Sam. Pressing into that toe. It's so interesting watching that left foot, because you telling me that it never feels good now makes sense why they look so tenuous on this. But look, Sam turns.
There he goes. Super delicate, all core, keeping the back in, so important. He's got that foot pretty good. Now, if he can just balance on this right foot and go slowly with the right hand, that's probably his best chance of success. He's going to set up for the left.
That's all the rubber is. Oh, he turns the left knee.
Very smart.
And he's one move away from the zone, and will be the first one to score. Can't hold the zone hold. There's a temptation to think of bouldering as this physical power thing, and yet not much power there, just precision and working out the boulder. Let's see what he does this time. That's all he's standing on. Spread out on the wall. So you want him to do?
Right hand goes up to the zone here. If he can just come off that left foot. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go.
Okay, so
not fully committing.
He's close to doing it.
Yeah, right hand.
So we want to do it slowly, not dynamically. He's tried that. Sam with a top already on men's one. This is going to bump him way up the rankings if he can get this.
He wants to go left.
Oh.
The face. Oh, super nice move. Gets the chest in. All right, Sam Avezou. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, and it could be the end. He's got one hand on it, brings the match
Let's
in.
Go.
And that...
A lot of folks always think, oh, jumps is just because you're tall, you're going to do the thing. But when there's more to it, if it's not just a straightforward jump to a jug, you know, that's what really matters is, you know, how the athlete, you know, sets up their trajectory and everything they do executing that movement.
Yeah, good point. And we had a lot of height discussion last night, which we won't cover now, but yeah. Meichi tried to find a screw hold.
He's turning here. He's getting a little less rubber on that than he might like.
Oh, but he nails the rotation.
Wonderful movement there by Meichi.
Now that's where the height can play an advantage. He creeps over towards it, but the foot hand swap does him.
Because what'll happen is there's like video reviews ad nauseum. There's could be appeals by the coaches, the Japanese team, other coaches, whatever it is. Basically, they're going to spend a tremendous amount of time making sure that Meichi actually controlled the zone if they give him the zone.
Well, you have to use it as well. You have to sort of shift your center of mass and all this stuff. And I don't think he did that on that hole for me when I watched it.
Sure.
But we'll wait and see, as you say. Closer.
Rewatching from all the angles, not just the angles that we see here, but all the private angles from all the coaches who are watching on the front row, as well as the IFSC videos. I mean, there's plenty. It almost feels like a, you know, NFL, you know, coaches challenge sometimes.
VAR systems, yeah. All right, Meichi made this look good, but he's only got 20 seconds and he's already got the zone. But the zone is right next to the top, so if he can do it, he will have time. He's on another screw hold there. Reaches with the right, and he does get it. 7 seconds. He can't rush, needs to make sure of it. Matches, and suddenly the zone becomes completely irrelevant because he's got a top instead. On this slab, nails the beginning position well. Can he figure this move out now? He needs it. He's being quite quick with his movements, but that right foot is slipping. He's looking pretty balanced, though, to be fair to him. Bumps the left over, committing to it. There's only a tiny bit of his climbing shoe involved in that hold, and now he's starting the rotation. I love that move, Cody. Fair play to you guys for doing that. That's brilliant.
So far, so good.
It's just so dramatic when they spin. All right, right heel on the textured surface. You'll want to slide it down towards the jib, which is fairly hard to see. He'll know when he gets it because he'll stop. There it is, and look at it. Body immediately relaxes as he commits to the right.
Total technician. Let's see how he interprets this zone move. Will he go fast and slow? Looks like he's setting up for a fast, unless he can rotate that shoulder around, just like Sam did, which is looks like that's what he's doing. So delicate.
Had to go. I think he started to fall and decided to jump.
He did.
So fascinating. He brings that arm way above his head, straight on to try to balance and put some pressure. Look there. Does it a bit easier that time. Look at that, just staring up at the ceiling for a second. Ooh, misses it, somehow saves it.
Wow. Look at the face.
His body is in a totally different position though. But look at that, to pull that move back. I thought he was gone again.
So hard, and he gets it. Wonderful, Simon. Okay, but it's far from over, as we know.
And that's the arm I was talking about, way up in the air to try to slowly bring the weight around. But it's the final bit of that movement he can't do.
Yeah.
This is his final go, 15 seconds. Flicks around, did the start move easily.
I don't know if he's gonna have enough time to do this, Matt.
No, he's not. He's gonna have to jump for it if he does. That was close.
So close.
See that 3D, but right now, Sorato, Sam, Meichi make up our top three. Cody, talk us through it. I know you did earlier when we were seeing the scores, but one more time, now we can see the boulder.
Yeah, for sure. So right hand on the start, there's a bit of a blocker there on the right side. Not quite shown here on the video, but then left hand palm, and then pretty straightforward position. And then you have to explode through that left shoulder. Right hand to the first hold on that Fruity de Bosco by Squadra. Left hand will likely come into the secondary hold. You almost have to fully stop your swing and then redirect yourself to kick the lower volume and then catch the zone hold.
Lights, and that's why it's throwing that color all over the audience.
Redirects, gets the kick. Right hand, left hand catch, redirect, kick the foot, catch the hand, and stop.
It's like he's sieging this boulder every time he seems to get it. Of course, if he doesn't get this, he's going to open the door for the others.
Catches.
And he is in.
All right. Fantastic work by Sorato.
But he's got to launch now.
And he does it with ease.
Stunning finger strength as he matches the last hold. So he's going to be giving it everything. I haven't seen the starting list. I'm not sure if he is competing in lead or not. We'll see tomorrow. Right hand, left hand, but he's not kicking the leg in the same way to try to win gold.
So there he goes. Sticks it.
All right, so he's in. Last move up. It's going to be a paddle dyno to the left.
Right.
Sticks it.
Quite difficult.
Yeah, and in terms of rankings are important this year for qualification purposes, for different events. So yes, he'll be wanting to upgrade as much as possible.
It was looking atrocious.
Well, luckily it stayed away so far, and things ramp up now as the music hits another gear.
Team kind of vibing on the mats.
Well, he should enjoy it. Last 2 minutes, much closer, because their faces are brilliant to watch. Right, here he launches once more. Watch the left foot as it kicks, and he holds it.
There we go.
Now, no one so far has really dropped this. Starts to line up the jump. Let's paddle up to that crimp. Oh, we go straight into it,
There
left,
we
right.
go.
makes the match, and that should bump him up a bit. Eyes up the jump, right hand, left hand, misses. He won't necessarily know the attempts, of course, because he won't have seen the scores in the middle of the round.
I think this has to be the attempt. This is it.
And so Sam will pull on again and get going. Remember, his PB was 9th before this competition and a big fall.
And doing it quickly.
Yeah, you caught. Oh, but is that an attempt? I have to wait and see. Yeah, it is an attempt. No, I don't know. So one attempt going. So top and tealed. So he's on the start. Needs to be careful. You don't want to leave it down to the judges.
So close. Tim, thank you very much, and all the other IFSC officials out there. You're wonderful.
Yeah, they act as the bouncer often for the coaches. Look at it from
there
Meichi.
we go.
He's in this time, and now from here, we haven't seen many drops. Let's see. Makes the jump. Watch the left hand. Easy in.
Oh, so close, and he gets it.
And that's
wonderful.
Bumped him into silver. So from 5th to silver for Meichi. Sorato smiles, and we have a 1-2 Japanese at the top of the podium.
He's just here to rock climb. He's here to have some fun and do a little session in front of the fans, in front of all the folks here in Innsbruck. Just have a good time.
Let's see if he can unlock it with that pressure gone. People everywhere. Paraclimbing athletes are on the stage, some guests up there as well. All right, Simon launches. Right hand, left hand, close at that time. 30 seconds to go of this final boulder. Simon jumping. Right, left, misses, kicking backwards.
He's learning it.
10 seconds is a big ask, but we'll find out. 9 is being... And that will be it. And with that, the 23 season runs out on us as the clock hits 0. All right, so there is our scoreboard. Sorato Anraku in first position. 3 tops out of 4, 11 attempts. Meichi Narasaki, 15 attempts with 3 tops as well, pushes him into silver. Sam Avezou, awesome from him. 2 tops, gets him the bronze medal. Jongwon Chon with 2 tops, but 6 attempts. Nicolas Collin and Lorenzi make up our top 6. Our medal ceremony done, but we do have the overall to come, so we get to see one extra bonus podium here tonight. Meichi trying to bend down to Sorato's height there. It's interesting to see the height difference, actually. Meichi's so much taller.